Okay, so Pokemon Go has officially been sold, or I guess Niantic as a whole has been sold to Scopely. But what does it mean? And let me give you guys my opinion. Now, first things first, honestly, I had a feeling this was coming. I got asked a lot in stream and just in general, when something like this breaks, a big purchase like this usually goes through, but there is a couple things we want to talk about. Now, first things first, it's actually probably a good thing because going through the articles right now, we'll talk about everything real quick here, but going through the articles, it seems like the development team that developed Pokemon Go is staying completely intact. Now, obviously, Niantic's biggest asset is Pokemon Go and its AR and its mapping capabilities, so the company buying it wants to, it looks like more, Scopely wants to invest into the company and make it a bigger AR company as a whole. And it looks again like Pokemon Go's entire development team is staying intact. No new people look like they're coming in, other than the fact that they're going to have a big financial backing from this company from this purchase. Is what it looks like. Scopely owns a bunch of other mobile games, stuff like Stumble Now, stuff like Marvel Strike Force, so it knows what it's doing in terms of mobile games. And I think this would actually, in the long run, make Pokemon Go better. And in my opinion, what we've been seeing in the last couple of months is Scopely with their hands in the game, testing out features, seeing what the fans and everybody thinks about it. I think the raid feature, the top of the hour raid feature, like every other hour being essentially a raid hour with Scopely. I think the Battle Pass 1,000,000% was Scopely, and I think the Lucky Trinket was also Scopely. I think these were all things that they wanted to test with the game and have these little, again, a lot of people have said they're very notorious for being overly microtransactional, but if you look at it, I mean, these little microtransactions is what Pokemon Go is like almost all about at times, right? Like there's a lot of different things you can get in the game, and these little tickets here and there, and basically every event having a ticket. I think that's also Scopely doing that over the last like 6 months, right? So I think that they were prepping the game, putting in stuff into the game, or telling Niantic to put stuff in the game to see people's reaction. I think that's what we were getting here, and I think that honestly, in the long run, my personal opinion is that Scopely will be a better thing for the game. I think that in the long run, it'll be a more positive thing, and it's something that we look back on like, wow, this is the day that Pokemon Go got even better. Like, it's already a great game. It's so many great stuff about it, but that's my personal opinion on it. I think there was a lot of people that are like, Scopely's going to own the game, and they're going to put, ads in the game, all this kind of stuff. I don't think they do that. First things first, they're going to let the game be basically what the game has been, because the game has been so successful. I think that if somebody bought a game for $3.5 billion, they're not going to go ahead and let that game die immediately, or they're not going to go ahead and change everything that game is about, right? So, like I said, I think the differences we're going to be seeing is those little microtransaction things in terms of like the Battle Pass, the extra tickets for every single event, and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's a good thing. I think that honestly, in the long run, this is going to be something that's more positive than negative. Like, honestly, that's just my opinion. Obviously, like, people know me, I'm a very positive, outlooking person. Obviously, there's people that are probably going to comment on this video, Tony, you're not looking at the fact that these games have these microtransactions. But again, the Pokemon Go development team is staying completely intact, which is something that actually I was hoping would happen. I was hoping they wouldn't just clean house and put a whole bunch of new people in. Instead, they're keeping the same people that had the same vision. I think their thing with Pokemon Go is that they said the exact same thing in their statement. They said Pokemon Go is a long-term tenants, a long-term game that they want to keep going. They want to keep it going as long as possible. So I think that's exactly what they're going to be doing. And I honestly really don't doubt it. Like, Scopely's really good at keeping a game alive and keeping a game going. And I think that Niantic is also pretty good at it. And I think they'll work together pretty well and just have that. And again, I think this is more, in my brain, this looks like more of a financial takeover. So imagine, like, if you guys watch sports, a good example is Newcastle United getting bought by a big big person, right, that invests a ton of money in the team, and now are able to buy more players because they were financially backed, right? So I think that's exactly what's happening with Scopely here. I think that we're having a financial backing that's going to be, a help to Niantic being able to do more stuff, be able to get more, maybe even more, promotions, more, more promotions, more, what's in my brain, more sponsorships, right? Like, stuff like that. I think it'll be able to close more deals, like stuff like that. That's my opinion. That's what I'm looking at. And I think that, honestly, like I said, I think this will be a better thing in the future for it, because it could be a lot of things, right? But you can have your opinions. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. But personally, the way that I'm looking at it, reading the articles, it seems, like I said, that they want to keep Pokemon Go entirely intact. And they also want to make this company more as Niantic, instead of just a AR company for the games. They want to just they just want to build a bigger AR company, branch off into new horizons, which obviously it seems like Niantic didn't have the budget by itself to do that. So this is something that Scopely is coming in and helping increase. I think that's what I'm looking at it as. And again, the full development team staying together is a big thing. But you guys comment down below what you think, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next video. And we're actually be live in like an hour or so come say hi. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.